Odomoni asumudwi efiri Nyankopon enka ba bibiara wo biara. Yere radio is ordinary ya JMB odi edi shemu ko se video iso. Nejima di amene odi no eye Akenkansem night of Bible reading in premise of somebody jenem boaten. Je mi t-shirt ya. Now tie nyuma ebo ya. Evangelism week na amuni e wo Ps Missions week.
Your faithfulness reaching to the
Ps Missions week. Jimedi no ehyiase efri kwasiada anwumre no. Atomu ade kosi na me yadma kwasiada ebe. Omoni aneva omunjem na be ye njira. Na watcha ye bo asempatre ho de ro. Etwa krama irade ye Nyankopon. Omoni aneva omunjem wade. E sebebre e wo hode ma. Be exalted, Lord, above the heavens. Be exalted, Lord, above the heavens. Let your glory be known. Great is your love, reaching to the heavens. Faithfulness, reaching to the sky. Be exalted, Lord, above the heavens. Let your glory be known. Great is your love. My young choir na Akenkansem no so ene enyumre. Yeah, can come from Numbers chapter 17 from verse 1. Numbers chapter 17 verse 1. Johnny and our shade, Mediano, Amame, Brasil, I go to the Yamia, Akenkansem, Young Con Numbers chapter 17 from verse 1. Ps Missions week. Then sorry into an among common things no cancel pantra for. On our bed here, you know, you have a bonus sweater, job, but no more concrete. We are sharing a rather son here. Walk to see we are here. I am trust and you're never costing and doing you know. We have theme songs, moving on 2022 theme songs now. Moving on Elder Samuel Kwesi AEC. Trouble for my end. Numbers chapter 17 from verse 1. The Lord said to Moses, speak to the Israelites and get 12 staffs from them, one from the leader of each of their ancestral tribes. Write the name of each man on his staff. On the staff of Levi, write Aaron's name. For there must be one staff for the head of each ancestral family. Place them in the tent of meeting and in front of the ark of the covenant law, where I meet with you. The staff belonging to the man I choose will sprout, and I will rid myself of this constant grumbling against you by the Israelites. So Moses spoke to the Israelites, and their leaders gave him 12 12 staffs, one for the leader of each of the ancestral tribes, and Aaron's staff was among them. Moses placed the staff before the Lord in the tent of the covenant law. The next day, Moses entered the tent and saw that Aaron's staff, which represented the tribe of Levi, had not only sprouted with but had budded, blossomed, and produced almonds. Enti ubekaya nano ya kenkan say Moses ni oman no enam no edrumre bi nipa miensa bi ete etua ena omo fa enipa akuo bi eka wo ho kasati a Moses ene nyankopon na meka nipa miensa no meka Korah meka Abiram. The army of the Lord will rise and I make a Dayton. Bible said nipa 250 leaders na omoka won. Omote etia nyankopon ene na koa Moses. Nanu ye kenka oti na wo no se Ewurade ma asase mu ebie mienu na asase mmene won. Anu achi ne bare se dia moye mempesa mekoso ewo mo ntem saa na mo be hye mabufuo. Enti mamusua kuo dumienu no nyina enyi okandifo baako na wo mo kandifo bia mfa poma baako emra Moses dije poma no nyina fakogu apam adaka no baby aya meni enipadom ehia no fakogu ho na nipako a adia betiam no kan be hu se ne poma no afifi no se nipa no na me mayi ne se oye kandifo ewo me Ewurade manim wo ehia ye ntomadan ne ho dubadie se de be ya Dayton any Korah anyone a aka no entimi nsan o masefo ensori bio. Bible say Moses eyesa o de di wonyina poma de kogu mu na adia kyen ye no adia kyen ye na Aaron poma no afifi keke agun shrene keke asai aswaba.
I am a soldier in the army of the Lord. I am a soldier in the army of the Lord. I am a soldier in the
verse 9 and verse 79. Then Moses brought out all the stars from the Lord's presence to all the Israelites. They looked at them, and each of the leaders took his own star. The Lord said to Moses, "Put back Aaron's staff in front of the ark of the covenant law, to be kept as a sign to the rebellious." This will put an end to their grumbling against me, so that they will not die. Moses did just as the Lord commanded him. The Israelites said to Moses, "We will die. We are lost. We are all lost." Hey, Israel. Anyone who even comes near the tabernacle of the Lord will die. Are we all going to die? When to a man as a say they say they nyina ye bewu omaya sodenfo ma yento aso Numbers chapter 18 Numbers chapter 18 from verse 1 my young to us, so young to Jimmy, so young can Numbers chapter 18, Numbers chapter 18 from verse 1. Numbers chapter 18 from verse 1. The Lord said to Aaron, you, your sons, and your family are to bear the responsibility for offenses connected with the sanctuary, and you and your sons alone are to bear the responsibility for offenses connected with the priesthood. And until aha erade de dwumadie bi Moses enia Aaron ensa edi afa asore dan no ehyaye ntomadan ne ho dwumadie ni nyina ode hye wonsa ene erade kan se efri enede kono bi biara ebesi ewo ehyaye ntomadan ne ho bia eye Aaron woni wabusua ena mede be hye mo mo na wose mo ye bibi biara efa asofudie ni asofu dwumadie ho bia eye Aaron woni wabusua ena mapa mo. We give glory to the Lord, we give glory. Mo ana monya kandifuo ewo ehyaye ntomadan no ho dwumadie nyina mu. Yanko to us verse 2 near Shady Numbers 18:2. Bring your fellow Levites from your ancestral tribe to join you and assist you when you and your sons minister before the tent of the covenant law. They are to be responsible to you and are to perform all the duties of the tent, but they must not go near the furnishings of the sanctuary or the altar. Otherwise, both they and you will die. Aaron said, if we now consider the Makachem, say, one woman, a muni and nimu, a sorry than who you made in. Maybe to me, I'm also bet to me a flew a busianimu nipebina or my become home. Now, so say, Lewi, a busiamu nipebi become home. A busianimu nipa abecam of Mohona, me ma or mo quine say, or mo may a for the buciano. Se omo bi bom so ben afori butia ne koye bibi eni kwa se omo ya eya wo Aaron wo ne wo ma mo bewu na sa nipa ne nso mekunu. For they are to join you and be responsible for the care of the tent of meeting, all the work at the tent, and no one else may come near where you are. You are to be responsible for the care of the sanctuary and the altar, so that my wrath will not fall on the Israelites again. I myself have selected your fellow Levites from among the Israelites as a gift to you, dedicated to the Lord to do the work at the tent of meeting. But only you and your sons may serve as priests in connection with everything at the altar and inside the curtain. I am giving you the service of the priesthood as a gift. Enti nyankopɔn dwumadie sɛ sɔfo no ɛyɛ akyɛde a nyame de ma. Enti wɔse ɛnnɛ Aaron wo ne w'asefoɔ, I am giving you the service of the priesthood as a gift. It is not something that you deserve. It is not your right. It is a gift that I am giving you. Anyone else who comes near the sanctuary is to be put to death. Numbers 18:8. Then the Lord said to Aaron, I myself have put you in charge of the offerings presented to me. All the holy offerings the Israelites give me, I give to you, and your sons as your portion, your perpetual share. You are to have the part of the most holy offerings that is kept from the fire. From all the gifts they bring me as most holy offerings, whether grain or sin or guilt offerings, that part belongs to you and your sons. Eat it as something most holy. Every male shall eat it. You must regard it as holy. This also is yours. Whatever is set aside from the gates of all the wave offerings of the Israelites, I give this to you and your sons and daughters as your perpetual share. Everyone in your household who is ceremonially clean may eat it. Verse 12, Numbers 18:12. I gave you all the finest olive oil and all the finest new wine and grain. They give the Lord as the first fruits of their harvest. All the land's first fruits that they bring to the Lord will be yours. Everyone in your household who is ceremonially clean may eat it. Everything in Israel that is devoted to the Lord is yours. The first offspring of every womb, both human and animal, that is offered to the Lord is yours. But you must redeem every firstborn son and every firstborn male of unclean animals. When they are a month old, you must redeem them at the redemption price set at 5 shekels of silver, according to the sanctuary shekel, which weighs 20 gerahs. Enti akaye erade efam aforibodie ena all katre Aaron ene nasefo se mede mefa e di amount. Enti Aaron, every portion that belongs to me, God, I have given them unto you, because you are my priest. You are my representation. You are representing me. And so whatever the people of Israel will bring to me as a gift to the Lord belongs to you, Aaron, and your sons and your daughters.
Reaching to the sky, be exalted, Lord, above the heavens.
Enti aka medini say Aaron enemy beye adwene na wato Psalm 16 enyuma oto wo ho.
Oh, great is your love, reaching to the heavens.
Ose mehie ahima afane eye amame. Apejade no eye me fe. Ebra wo cheche wo so nipa no me de mensa aka Jesus. Psalm 16 from verse 6, I say the boundary lines are falling for me in pleasant places. Surely I have a delightful inheritance. Oh, hallelujah. Meshia ahima afani eye amame apejade no eye mefe. Enti wadi ka che Aaron say, Aaron efri eneko ohie ahima afani eye de ama. Efri say Israel fo afori ba obebo bia ye mi Awurade de bia me de ama wo Aaron one wasefo. Ps Samuel Agyenim, so joining you. God bless you for joining us. Watch out, joining me. I know what share Jumedi no some me fe. Na mentin any monjera opa. Ayen to us so na yen king kind. Numbers chapter 18 verse 17. Numbers 18:17. But you must not redeem the firstborn of a cow, a sheep or a goat. They are holy. Splash their blood against the altar and burn their fat as a food offering, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. Their meat is to be yours, just as the breast of the wave offering and the right thigh are yours. Whatever is set aside from the holy offerings the Israelites present to the Lord, I give to you and your sons and daughters as your perpetual share. It is an everlasting covenant of salt before the Lord for both you and your offspring. The Lord said to Aaron, you will have no inheritance in their land. Listen carefully again. Comes back to the Psalm 16 verse 6. The Lord said to Aaron, you will have no inheritance in their land, nor will you have any share among them. I am your share and your inheritance among the Israelites. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, may the Lord be your share and your inheritance. May the Lord be your portion and your inheritance. Aaron pam akatre Aaron say efri na de ko Aaron woni wasefo bibia ye mi Awurade de biara eye modea bibiara Israel mind be bra mi Awurade say ya for the body biara Aaron woni wo ma me de ache mo in the army of the Lord he will rise again. See, and you bring me bomb pie, say, Radimu Chefa and Yawodia, Radimu Chefa and Yawodia. That's a Radissa with Chefa, dear Bella here. Your boss, so boss, I see you with Chefa, dear Bella here was so near Sassos. Nyuma mekani ya me de Psalm 16 verse 6 no. Yeshi hama fani ye mame apeja de no ye me fe ebra ocheche osoro nipa no media mensaka ya Jesus eti mihia ahoma kofa ne ye de ama me enyuma me bompa ye senka wo hie ahoma emfa ne ye ma wo kra. about Docas Akosanyamisha so Johnny. One pay man say, what she a home funny a yama wone woma. Famous, what she a home funny a yama wone wasefo. A 3-year Marina Markin, God bless you for joining us.
In the army of the Lord, he will rise again.
One pay ma 3 years say, what she a home and funny a yama wo kra.
The Lord, he will rise again. In the army of the Lord, he will rise again.
The Lord said to Aaron, that is verse 20, Numbers 18:20, me repeat it. The Lord said to Aaron, you will have no inheritance in their land, nor will you have any share among them. I am your share and your inheritance among the Israelites. Aha ebio erade kacha yense ewiase mu ajapadie ewiase mu niama nye enye japadie eye hu hiama yensa de mpasa me chene se eni kwan se wode wo kra ne wakoma nyina hye wiase mu niama mu efise wo japadie eye Kristo na se me japadie ye Kristo dia eno na be ma wiase niama nyina ba ye me dia. This instance say me share abodie akiri kwan no ma me hwehwe obo ade akiri kwan na se menyanya obo ade a abodie no be ye me dia. Tina what my Kios missions week ya bese me ma woti ase nyina ne se hwehwe Yesu Kristo akiri kwan fa Yesu Kristo hye wo mo fa ne kofie fa Yesu ba obra fa Yesu nante ene Yesu ni nkomo ene Yesu Kristo mfa yonko ene ne mfa adwene na ne aka biara be ye wo dia. Hwehwe Ewurade ahinyere ne tene kane na ne aka nyinara ode beka wo ho eno ntebra wo hwehwe Ewurade de kane no na ne aka biara na ode eka wo ho efiri se yehye ahoma no afa ne eye ede amayen anwumere nyame onhyira wo Yanto aso ewo verse 21 Numbers chapter 18:21. Or say, I give to the Levites all the tithes in Israel as their inheritance in return for the work they do while serving at the tent of meeting. It is a washer Akenkansem we pa dia. And ye ne rade kase and to suodu do ye didi nyina wo senke de ma Aaron asefo na Levites a me asofo no. Between him say binimo krampo wo gidie se title ye je wasore de mu nyina ye de ma asofo na edie. E wo Pentecost asore mu de ente saa. We give glory to the Lord. Say wo hwe se de nyame ne Aaron ne Levi fo ne ye apam ne dia. Or say I give to the Levites all the tithes in Israel as their inheritance in return for the work they do while serving at the tent of meeting. Until Levi for no year dwa asore dem no ni kwa so no koye adwuma foforo bia eka ho. Eti saade ne Ewurade se ne ntutuso dudu a afe no omma no de beba ne nyina mo fema Levi for no. Na so me say Pentecost ye nyane sa. Ade ba ko that is the beauty of Church of Pentecost. Tithe no ne de asore no ho dwuma de nyina ne de mu bi atu asofoka. They say what you say tithe e twa ye nyina ma asofo no e bia Pentecost mu de nyane no kresa. Ye ni mo asore a wo kose sa ne tie wo ho de I don't know. The Pentecost there I can say with authority say ne sa ne tie. And ɛno ne yɛde bɔ yasɔre no ho bra nyinaa ɛmi sɛ woyɛ afiri wakoma mu ne yi ne tua wo ntoto so dudu no so ɔno kuram ɛfiri sɛ ɛnoa bi na waa kora nso yɛde bɔ wo ho bra. Oh, hallelujah. From verse 22, Numbers 18:22. From now on, the Israelites must not go near the tent of meeting, or they will bear the consequences of their sin and will die. In your bag, gift to wedding, Yamisha, so Johnny and Sana, Dinah Yabua, Matilda appear, and so Abraham, and Shaman, and so Johnny, among Shad Median and Mamma, while Hobra Sim, and Yamisha Bibre, and was one Numbers 18:23. Numbers 18, verse 23. It is the Levites who are to do the work at the tent of meeting and bear the responsibility for any offenses they commit against it. This is a lasting ordinance for the generations to come. They will receive no inheritance among the Israelites. Instead, I give to the Levites as their inheritance the tithes that the Israelites present as an offering to the Lord. That is why I said concerning them, they will have no inheritance among the Israelites. Victory in the name of the Lord Jesus, He has done it again. Go up, claim the victory, shout it to the nations. Victory in the name of the Lord. Oh, shout it aloud, shout it aloud to the nations. Go up and claim your victory in the name of Christ. Oh, this is 2022 theme songs. Jesus has done it again. Go up and claim your victory. Go up and claim the victory. Yes. In the name of Christ. Claim your victory. Matilda, claim your victory. Yes. And after you claim the victory, shout it aloud for the world to know that you have the victory. Hey. Listen, I want you to know your McKeon's Missions Week. Evangelism, yes, who the Ratchet we are saying. What the end now? Women that ever your Cabontia sent Cabomodina Far who shame what it didn't power you be there. That's why I feed your Bomodina Far who shames now the age. So Jesus has done it again. Let's go out there and claim the victory that we have received from Christ Jesus. Mama Esther Amuanya mentioned us on some Roman prayer to us working kind. Numbers 18, verse 25. The Lord said to Moses, speak to the Levites and say to them, when you receive from the Israelites the tithe I give you as your inheritance, you must present a tenth of that tithe as the Lord's offering. Or say Moses and Kanche Levi for the say Israel money bet you are tight and what a young more the animal we are more Levi for no so more someone tia tight and mammy radin. What you say? There's a tight no a yadia a here rade papa. And to us, a woman say, Levi for Mona, you did tight Nina, Abraham, me rather me say, tight Nina, media chamo. Nanso, Samo Mujia, send your bayer a bayan centre, ne adie, Monso Muni Monso tight. eka o Pentecost asori mu no asofu nyina ye tua tithe oji wakatua no wonso watua tithe o mu se tithe bi na edi tua wo ka then se di tua wo ka wi wo se wonso ko tua tithe. But if you refuse to pay tithe, life becomes tight for you. If you refuse to pay your tithe, or life becomes tight for you. So when trying to so do abraboye din edema erade ho yemobo ayen to aso ne yen kan speak to the Levites and say to them, when you receive from the Israelites the tithe I give you as your inheritance, you must present a tenth of that tithe as the Lord's offering. That is tenth of tenth. You call tithe as a tenth. 27. Your offering will be reckoned to you as grain from the threshing floor or juice from the vine press. In this way you will also present an offering to the Lord from all the tithes you receive from the Israelites. From these tithes you must give the Lord's portion to Aaron the priest. It will say Levi no eye asofo ena Aaron eye the priest ya me kan say bia ono na ye chairman me kan sa ana ono any area head ena Ewurade say mo asofo nketo no say mo je mo tithe ni wia mo so mo tithe na mo beye no mo mfa ni nyina nkoma Aaron a oye apostle ana oye chairman no you say what you say until Levi for no aka no ye asofo ahodo ni nyina omo na omo je tithe ni nyina free Israel for omo ne ji ni nyina wie no omo boa no a omo nso enyi omo tithe na Levi for ne tithe no omo mfa nkoma Aaron a ono na ye omo leader oda omo no. It was said, from this tithe you must give the Lord's portion to Aaron the priest. You must present all the Lord's portion, the best and holiest part of everything given to you. Say to the Levites, when you present the best part, it will be reckoned to you as the product of the threshing floor or the wine press. You and your households may eat the rest of it anywhere, for it is your wages for your work at the tent of meeting. By presenting the best part of it, you will not be guilty in this manner. Then you will not defile the holy offerings of the Israelites, and you will not die. And they are all can say, even say ukoyi or tithe no, make sure say you are giving the best out of it. The whole two women was a what they call, and so you cannot just say a tithe into a beer. Long as a 10th now, another 10%, that's it. Was it the best part of your tithe? And then I was a what they call. Now say, oh yeah, the son now they call. It will be reckoned. Now say, oh yeah, the son say, then you will not defile the holy offering. So it means as a one for the best of the best and call as tithe, you have defiled the offering. If you want my tithe, and so and so and it's 100, that's all the 99. It is not up to the 10. Until and silver, then you have defiled the offering. My verse 19, chapter 19 enkaho. Numbers chapter 19 from verse 1. Quickly kind and also enkaho. Fajmediano in Sinyami Adman and Yumri. Bisham original level for the Makions Nations Week. Into region be our Mubia, Yami Adma and Yumre Yabishia Ewo Zoom. Washington region and then you 7 p.m. A free 6:30 Colonel Crawford line so bomb pie. Comodiana joining. Ayena Yamayan so Yamo Radim Pie. Sinyamia said this Makions Missions Week. In the army of the Lord, He will rise up. In the army of the Lord. Numbers chapter 19 verse 1. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, this is a requirement of the law that the Lord has commanded. Tell the Israelites to bring you a red heifer without defect or blemish, and that has never been under a yoke. Give it to Eleazar the priest. It is to be taken outside the camp and slaughtered in his presence. Then Eleazar the priest is to take some of his blood on his finger and sprinkle it 7 times toward the front of the tent of meeting. While he watches, the heifer is to be burned, its hide, flesh, blood, and intestines. The priest is to take some cedar wood, hyssop, and scarlet wool and throw them onto the burning heifer. After that, the priest must wash his clothes and bathe himself with water. He may then come into the camp, but he will be ceremonially unclean until evening. The man who burns it must also wash his clothes and bathe with water, and he too will be unclean till evening. A man who is clean shall gather up the ashes of the heifer and put them in a ceremonially clean place outside the camp. They are to be kept by the Israelite community for use in the water of cleansing. It is for purification from sin. To us so our verse 10, Numbers 19:10. Na mensa kakra na yento adwumadie no eso evangelism week na mu ene yewo. Verse 10, Numbers 19. The man who gathers up the ashes of the heifer must also wash his clothes, and he too will be unclean till evening. This will be a lasting ordinance both for the Israelites and for foreigners residing among them. Whoever touches a human corpse will be unclean for 7 days. They must purify themselves with the water on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, and they will be clean. But if they do not purify themselves on the 3rd and 7th days, they will not be clean. If you fail to purify themselves, so if they fail to purify themselves after touching a human corpse, they defile the Lord's tabernacle. They must be cut off from Israel, because the water of cleansing has not been sprinkled on them. They are unclean. Their uncleanness remains on them. This is the law that applies when a person dies in a tent. Anyone who enters the tent and anyone who is in it will be unclean for 7 days. And every person and every open container without, this is the law that applies when a person dies in a tent. Anyone who enters the tent and anyone who is in it will be unclean for 7 days. And every open container without a lid fastened on it will be unclean. Anyone out in the open who touches someone who has been killed with a sword, or someone who has died a natural death, or anyone who touches a human bone or a grave will be unclean for 7 days. Mami Beatrice Abner Eni Mami Benedicta Brookman J Mama Kwaba Namisha Musema Barum Nama Johnny Akenkansem Numbers chapter 19. Numbers chapter 19 you do verse 17. For the unclean person, put some ashes from the burnt purification offering into a jar and pour fresh water over them. Then a man who is ceremonially clean is to take some hyssop, dip it in the water and sprinkle the tent, all the furnishings and the people who were there. He must also sprinkle anyone who has touched a human bone or a grave, or anyone who has been killed, or anyone who has died a natural death. The man who is clean is to sprinkle those who are unclean on the 3rd and 7th day, and on the 7th day he is to purify them. Those who are being clean must wash their clothes and bathe with water, and that evening they will be clean. But if those who are unclean do not purify themselves, they must be cut off from the community, because they have defiled the sanctuary of the Lord. The water of cleansing has not been sprinkled on them, and they are unclean. This is a lasting ordinance for them. The man who sprinkles the water of cleansing must also wash his clothes. And anyone who touches the water of cleansing will be unclean until evening. Last verse 22 for Numbers 19. Also for tonight's reading, Numbers 19:22. Anything that an unclean person touches becomes unclean, and anyone who touches it becomes unclean till evening. Amen. Nyame won sha no ntene mo nkyira me kan no na watwe nyina na Makions missions week e asempa trejumedie promodia na district our local our regional our no jumedie koso bia fa ho hyem na ye nkobo asem ne ho dawro enkyire wi ase won modero kodru asase ano won sign kohwe Bible once Yeni Yesu hon common che yadwuma yefo ye nam for no wona oba ye store ebeto ade yemi Yesu hon common chere wo na mendimu se rade nam so besa chere wo bi adwuma Temara wonka himani mu asem nyimre me de wo ezi wa ha nyame wonhyira na wonya wokese nyame yadma efiada yebehia semare de chaye ne a wonka himani mu asem wonka himani mu asem entemara wonka himani mu asem oh mama no yanko na yanko ka himani mu asem wate Shalom, peace be unto you. God bless you and stay blessed. Tie nim na ebone ka kransa na wafiri so no timije nkwa ya kanchi e bia say yes ne timije nkwa Famous, God bless you too. Esther Mensa, Yamisha Swajon. Mama Esther Amua, Mama Esther Bedu, Esther for me and son mobile room, Yamisha Mopa.
I'm
bembe na menshra da ben na menshra pa the media no AC ewa ha enyumre enche kra 6:30 Washington for yan channel 6:30 be sha Zoom ne so aya keja gumo pa me can speak no bye bye